and welcome to Beads Jar. My name's Billy, and in today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to weave this very indulgent chocolate honeycomb bracelet. I've used a magnetic clasp to finish it to make it all the more easier to put on. For our wonderful chocolate bracelet project, I'm going to be using the 8-pound fire line, for which I've cut 1.5 meters in length and connected it to a size 12 beading needle. We've got our precision scissors, these beautiful honeycomb beads, the O beads and super duos. Take the magnetic fastener and go through the loop end with your needle. You're going to go back on yourself, leaving about a 15cm tail end of thread. Okay. Then we're going to pick up 2 of the O beads and take them down to the fastener as well. Now we've got to plan the layout of the honeycomb beads. So by that, we want, every time we use the honeycomb, we need the smooth edge, so this edge, to be facing that way, and the 2 holes on the side. So I'm just going to lay out the first 3, so I know I've got them all in the perfect position for threading. Like I say, that one's got the 2 holes there, so we just want to flip him round so we've got the smooth edge at the top. Like so. So take your needle through the top one and drop that down the thread. And then we're going to go across the edge, so through the 2 holes and through, and I'm going to pick up the second bead and bring that across as well. Checking that one's still in the right position. I'm going to go through the bottom hole in this one. My magnet seems to be catching on everything. Okay. I'll just get you back to the position so you can see what we're doing clearly again. And then the needle's going to go through the top hole. On that bead. So that's our starting triangle, and I'm going to pick up another 2 O beads to finish this one off. And I'm going to go back through the magnetic fastener with my needle. Just keep that tail end out of the loop of wire. We don't want that in our way. There we go. We've got our triangle shape, and I'm going to take my needle back through the 2 O beads and the honeycomb here. Back, down and across the 3, and ready to start our next row. So we're going to pick our next hexagon honeycomb bead up. So we're going to go through the top hole and bring that down. And then you're going to go through the bottom hole. There. And pull that in. Then you're going to pick up an O bead and a super duo. Not that one, it's got a blocked hole, and an O bead. And we're going to go through the honeycomb that's next. So that's going to sit nice and neatly in between the two honeycomb beads. And we're going to pick up another O bead, a super duo, and an O bead. And we're going to pick up a new honeycomb. So top hole and down. Oh. What have I got? My wire's crossed here. So through the top hole on the honeycomb and down. And then push that in between, and you're going to come back, so through the bottom hole and across the first three here. Okay, and out through the second middle honeycomb. I'm now going to bring my thread alongside this second middle honeycomb and down, so we're stepping down that way to come out of this honeycomb bead. So I'm just going to come across that edge like so. So I've come out through the super duo. I'm just going to take that back through the O bead and the bottom hole on the honeycomb, and we're going to start our drop down on this one. I'm just flipping that round so that it's easier for me to work to my right, and I'm going to pick up an O bead and a super duo. And then we're going to slightly change how we've been threading the super duos on the edge. So you're coming out of the hole on the super duo and then back through the bottom hole on the super duo as well. Another O bead and a new honeycomb. Pick up another O bead, and then this time we're going to go through the super duo that we've pre-threaded here. An O bead and a new honeycomb and an O bead through the super duo, another O bead and the honeycomb. So we're going to add our next super duo and O bead on the side. So pop your O bead on, then your super duo, and let that go down the thread, and then through the other hole on the super duo. Don't forget to add your O bead as well, and we're going to go back through the bottom hole on the honeycomb above it. Okay, and out of the middle one. Just keep pulling the tension on your thread so everything sits the right way. Okay, so I'm coming out past there, and I'm going to take this down to a bottom hole on the super duo, on the honeycomb. So I worked the thread through and came out next to the honeycomb bead, and I'm going to take my thread back and step down to start the next row. So going through the bottom hole in just the first honeycomb on that row. And then we're picking up again. So we're going to do O bead, super duo, O bead, and then through to the honeycomb. O bead, super duo, and O bead through to the honeycomb. O bead, super duo, and we're stepping down. So back through the super duo on the bottom hole, and then pick up again. So we've now progressed and finished our bead weaving, which looks absolutely fabulous. And we're just going to remove one side of the magnetic clasp so that we can finish this end. So I've left this coming out of one of the honeycomb beads, and we're just going to re-thread through, and we're just going to repeat basically how we did the starting one. So you would pick your next honeycomb up, go through the second one along. So no O beads and no duos. And then another honeycomb and through, like so. Okay. I'm just going to come back, and I'm working from my right, and we're going to go under. So through the bottom hole and the super duo. Okay. Now I need to get to this honeycomb bead, So I'm going to go bypass this one, so round the side and up and out of this honeycomb one. Okay, I'm just going to turn my project just for ease in weaving, and we're going to go back out. So we're going around the side and out, and then we're going to pick up two O beads and go through the magnetic fastener. So I've got the two O beads and the magnetic fastener, and then another two O beads to be picked up, and through the honeycomb on the other side. I'm going to work round this section 3 times so that it's really nice and secure. So I've come out of this hole and I'm going to go back through the bottom and top on that one, and then the bottom and through. And out. I'm just going round and reinforcing these O beads and fastener here. Like I say, 3 times, that'll make it really nice and secure. Right, so I've been round 3 times, and I'm going to go through the centre honeycomb, and I'm going to tie my end off. In order to do that, I'm going to take my needle between these 2 beads, and you'll see a loop form in the thread. So I'm just bringing that down. So we've got our loop, and I'm going to take my needle back through that loop and pull really tight on the cord. And then I'm going to go through the bead next to it, so next to the knot, and pull that through as well, and that'll hide the knot in between the 2 beads. I'm going to repeat another knot here, so I'm going under, create my loop, through with the beading needle, and pull that tight, and then go through the next bead along. So I'm coming out the side. Take your precision scissors, and you want to get as nice and close to the honeycomb bead and take the excess thread away, giving you that beautiful finish. So I'm just going to swap the needle over to the other end of the bracelet, and before I go back through some of the beads and tie this end off as well. Okay, so I've reattached the needle, and I'm going to go through the beads and back down, and then we're going under and out with the needle, creating our loop again, and back through. Oops, my needle came off. Back through and pull that knot tight. Reattach my needle. And through the next bead. Under and round through the loop. Pull that in tight and through the bead. And then take that end off as well. And you have completed the beautiful chocolate bracelet. really hope you've enjoyed today's project, and if you have, give us a big thumbs up, and why not subscribe now to our YouTube channel? You can get all of our latest inspirational designs straight to you first. Until next time, bye!